My name is Liam, an S-class alpha. I'm panicking right now. My brother bundled me off onto another alpha's bed. 2 alphas in one room. The outcome is predictable. My brother's brain must have gone haywire, but mine's still intact. I struggled to move, only to realize I'm tied up with coarse hemp rope, pinned face down. Sweat dripped from my forehead, drenching my lashes and blurring my vision. MMPH. This is unbearable. This is definitely not a rut. What alpha's rut causes such an extreme reaction? I thrashed my legs, rolling in agony with flushed cheeks. For some reason, I suddenly remembered that Omega, the one who marked me. Damn it, creak. The door suddenly swung open. My heart lurched, threatening to leap from my throat. A tall man stepped in, backlit by the glare. With each step, his oppressive pheromones grew more intense. Like a beast closing in, the suffocating pressure nearly choked me. Cedar-scented pheromones. My entire body stiffened. I tried to see his face, but against the light, I could only make out his towering silhouette and those piercingly cold eyes. I wanted to flee. It was terrifying, yet I couldn't move a muscle. Who sent you? The man finally spoke, his voice deep and icy, devoid of any emotion. I shrank back, shaking my head frantically. Then it struck me. Wasn't it my brother who sent me? To seduce you. I stammered timidly. My brother. The man grew visibly impatient. He strode to the bed as if to seize and throw me out. But the moment he approached, the oppressive aura vanished, replaced by waves of soothing pheromones. My tense body instantly relaxed, drenched in cold sweat, still scheming how to succeed. I looked up and froze at the hauntingly familiar face. Xiao? Xiao is the capital's power broker. Noah? I instinctively lowered my head, avoiding this unbearable truth. Noah suddenly gripped my chin, his gaze frosty. Little liar, caught you at last. I winced in pain with a muffled groan, retorting defiantly, "You're the one." Noah chuckled softly. "What did I lie to you about? You lied about being an Omega, making me let you bite my gland." I glared at him angrily, struggling to break free from his grip. "You assumed that yourself." "I never said it." He raised an eyebrow mockingly, his tone teasing. "You were quite enthusiastic that night." I wasn't. My face flushed crimson as I tried to protest, but a crisp smack instantly froze me. He actually spanked me. That bastard Noah. I stared at him wide-eyed in disbelief, the rims of my eyes turning red. Noah shot me a warning look. Still talking back? I bit my lip and stayed silent, burying my face in the pillow. Why so quiet now? Noah abruptly untied the ropes binding me, flipping me onto my back. Before I could resist, humiliated tears already pattered down, soon soaking the pillow beneath. An alpha who cries this much. Noah softened his movements, using his fingertip to gently wipe away the tears from the corner of my eye, his voice husky and suggestive, trying to make me soften. His sudden tenderness left me stunned. I gazed at him blankly, paralyzed. Chinjage. Wait, why is the heat surging again? Damn it. It's the pheromones. Noah hid his pheromones again. He's such a tease. I stared at Noah with pitiful eyes. Noah, don't be stingy. Give me more of your pheromones. Noah glanced down at me, a flicker of amusement in his deep gaze, like a hunter gloating over prey trapped in his snare. Be good, and I'll give you my pheromones. I nodded, whimpering softly. I'll be good. I'll listen. Noah's smile deepened. Yes, I know. Good puppy. Puppy? I'm not a puppy. My eyes reddened with frustration as Noah scooped me up. His palm trailed along my spine. 1 hour later. Little liar, still dare to run. I shook my head frantically, tears welling. And no, I won't. I'm breaking apart. I woke again in an unfamiliar room. The space was minimally styled with a black and gray palette, radiating austere restraint, perfectly matching Noah's icy personality. I bit my lip, turned over, and climbed out of bed. After being bitten by a dog, I need rabies vaccination. I rummaged for my phone, my gaze involuntarily drifting to the trash can by the bed. Good grief, 10 condom wrappers. Noah really isn't worried about draining himself dry, huh? After muttering this, I grabbed my phone. The screen showed over a dozen missed calls. My heart sank. I immediately called back, but got a powered-off tone. My gut told me something had happened to my brother. Without another thought, I snatched clothes from Noah's closet, dressed and bolted outside. Noah's villa sprawled like a labyrinth. No matter how I ran, the exit eluded me. When I finally reached the main gate, my phone suddenly rang. Hands trembling, I lifted the phone. The caller ID made my vision darken. It was the hospital. The doctor said my brother's condition was critical. Forced miscarriage, heart failure, and severe depression. Even with a heart transplant, whether he wakes depends entirely on his will to live. I crouched in the hospital corridor, struggling to comprehend my brother's pregnancy. Whose child was it? Who reduced him to this state? Are you Theodore's family? We need the surgery and hospitalization fees processed. The nurse's voice, cold and mechanical, pierced my chest like a dagger. I weakly leaned against the wall and stood up, asking hoarsely, "How much?" $2.5 million in total. This doesn't include subsequent treatment and nursing costs. $2.5 million? Where could I possibly get that kind of money? After the company went bankrupt, we'd mortgaged everything possible and sold whatever could be sold. Our family had long been in financial ruin. I couldn't even scrape together $10,000 now. 3 out of 4 family members were lying in hospital beds. I could almost hear death's approaching footsteps. Money. I must get money. What's pride worth? Just a pretty facade. Swallowing my dignity, I scrolled through my contacts begging for loans. But those so-called brothers who'd been all friendly before, now avoided me like plague upon hearing about our bankruptcy, terrified I'd default on debts. Only then did I truly understand human fickleness and worldly indifference. Some even kicked me when I was down, demanding I chat, drink, or sleep with them. Screw you. But my defiance soon withered. I had nothing left now. My face might be my only remaining asset. If this face could buy my family's safety, maybe it's worth considering. I clenched my teeth. Who cares who I accompany? Better accompany Gu Qingxi than some unfamiliar rich brats. At least he won't mock or ridicule me. With trembling hands, I dialed the number Noah had written in my palm last night. Hello? The call connected almost instantly, and Noah's deep, pleasant voice came through. Noah, my voice cracked pathetically, sounding utterly miserable. Liam? Noah seemed to recognize my voice with tentative concern. Are you crying? Abandoning any alpha pride about crying, I simply mumbled, yeah. My brother had an accident. He's in emergency surgery. I need money. Surprisingly agreeable, Noah consented without hesitation. Understood. I paused mid-sniffle, caught off guard. Thank you? A soft chuckle vibrated through the receiver. Don't mention it. Thus, I officially became Noah's kept man. Every day, I just stay in Noah's villa, eating, drinking, and sleeping. Noah arranged overseas treatment for my parents and brother, sending me monthly updates with their photos. Unburdened by worries, I embraced complacency wholeheartedly, though occasional soreness would plague my limbs. Like right now, I rub my sore back as I get out of bed, staring at the messy sheets before cursing under my breath. You animal. After flipping the bird toward the empty room, I obediently head downstairs for breakfast. Noah's always busy, often disappearing all day, only returning to keep me company at night, so he has no idea how much I can devour. I could probably bankrupt him with my appetite. Yawning lazily, I shuffle to the dining table and slump into a chair. The housekeeper promptly brings over breakfast with practiced efficiency. The elaborate Chinese spread looks both delicate and abundant. 3 tiers of steamed xiaomai, a bamboo basket of soup dumplings, and a steaming bowl of century egg and lean pork congee. Munching on congee, I idly scroll through my phone. On Weibo's hot search, the hashtag Gu Group's acquisition of Lu Corporation trends prominently, igniting heated online discussions. Clicking through reveals news articles overflowing with praise for Noah. They hail him as a business prodigy who expanded the Gu Group empire in his youth, with some predicting he'll become the next industry titan. I scoff and toss my phone aside, focusing on demolishing my meal. Within minutes, I vacuumed up every last crumb of breakfast. Patting my rounded stomach contentedly, I release a satisfied burp. While thoroughly satisfying, my abs have officially retired. Noah must be doing this on purpose. He made the food so irresistibly delicious on purpose, causing me to overeat like this. Now I'll never find an omega partner in the future. What a malicious plan. I can't let him have his way. so I waved my hand grandly. Charlotte, can you help set up the gym? Charlotte, the servant the Gu family hired to take care of me, always reliable in her duties, hesitated with concern. Liam, this, I waved dismissively, feigning nonchalance. Don't worry, just have someone do it. He said I could have anything I wanted. Though Charlotte didn't understand what I was scheming, seeing my determination, she stopped questioning and obediently opened the gym door. Looking at the array of fitness equipment before me, I immediately felt a surge of motivation, rolled up my sleeves, and got ready to start working out. I will regain my lost abs. I will surpass Noah. Full of confidence, I launched into my fitness regimen. However, reality proved far harsher than my rosy expectations. After being sedentary for so long, even simple warm-up exercises left me gasping for breath. I barely managed some strength training before my arms turned limp as noodles, completely refusing to lift. Collapsed on the yoga mat, I panted heavily like a stranded fish, feeling utterly exhausted. This was the scene Noah walked into when he pushed open the door. There I lay on the mat like a dead dog, drenched in sweat, yet wearing this inexplicably satisfied grin. Liam, what are you doing? Noah seemed furious, mad that I might outshine him soon. I flipped him off with a disdainful smile, but soon I couldn't laugh anymore. It hurt like hell. My stomach was killing me. Noah's expression changed. Without hesitation, he scooped me up and strode out of the gym. He moved like lightning before I could react. He'd already carried me out of the villa and shoved me into the car. Noah rushed into the hospital carrying me, drawing countless sideways glances. I lay dazed in agony, powerless to resist. Through the haze, I heard someone berating Noah. What kind of alpha doesn't notice his own husband's pregnancy? So even Noah could get scolded. Wait, whose pregnancy? Gritting through pain, I seized Noah's arm demanding, who's pregnant? Noah ignored my question, brow furrowed as he murmured, don't panic. His uncharacteristically tender tone, gentle as if comforting a frightened creature, left me bewildered. A white-coated man soon arrived in haste. Cold metal touched my abdomen as the doctor positioned his stethoscope. I suddenly jerked upright, grabbing his wrist with flushed cheeks. Doctor, you're mistaken. I'm not pregnant. I'm an alpha. The doctor looked up, glanced at me in surprise, then turned to Noah who was holding me. Liam, lie still, Noah said sternly as he placed me on the hospital bed. Stop making a scene. I'm not preg, I protested tearlessly. I just overate and gained some belly fat. The doctor wordlessly gave Noah a meaningful look before pressing the stethoscope against my abdomen again. I anxiously awaited the diagnosis, my confidence crumbling with each passing second. No way, could it actually be true? But I'm an alpha, for heaven's sake. After the examination, the doctor set aside his stethoscope with a grave expression. Liam, you are indeed pregnant. However, this is a unique case, and your strenuous activities caused the abdominal pain. He then fixed Noah with a reproachful stare. Noah, I must advise moderation. Excessive behavior harms both the carrier and the fetus. I immediately tried to bolt upright. Carrier my ass. I roared. I'm an alpha. An alpha. Noah murmured a soft then gazed down at me with honeyed tenderness. Be good, sweetheart. Let's follow the doctor's orders. Okay. Who are you calling sweetheart? You opportunistic scoundrel. Fury burned in my throat, but agonizing cramps forced me to curl up like a boiled shrimp. When Noah reached to massage my stomach, I slapped his hand away. Unfazed, he sighed and told the doctor, "We'll comply with your instructions." The doctor finished prescribing the medication and listed numerous precautions. No vigorous exercise, no spicy or irritating foods, and no staying up late. The endless stream of instructions made my head spin. Noah listened with unusual attentiveness, occasionally asking the doctor questions like a dutiful husband. The moment the doctor left, I threw off the blankets and tried to get out of bed. Noah swiftly restrained me. Where do you think you're going? To find the doctor. Tell him to terminate the pregnancy. I reached to yank out my 4-needle, but Noah grabbed my hand. What are you doing? I glared furiously. Let me go. Liam, the baby is innocent. Noah, have you lost your mind? I'm an alpha. If you want children, go find an omega to breed with. Stop tormenting me. My voice began trembling mid-sentence. I could feel the familiar sting of tears returning. How pathetic. Noah silently pulled me into his embrace, gently stroking my back as if comforting a child. I struggled briefly, only to be held tighter. His warmth enveloped me, his pheromones soothing against my panic. Sniffling, I pressed my tear-streaked face into his chest and mumbled, "I'm scared, I know." Noah's deep voice resonated near my ear. "Don't be afraid that I'm here." Resentment and dread coiled around my heart like choking vines. I want to say, "What use is your presence? I'm just a caged canary, or to put it bluntly, a kept woman. If you ever stop liking me, you could kick me to the curb anytime." But I don't dare say it. I'm terrified of hearing his icy response, afraid to see disgust in his eyes. My parents and older brother all depend entirely on him. Later, I secretly went to different hospitals and consulted various doctors, but they all gave the same verdict: termination not recommended. If forced, my unique constitution could lead to both the mother and child dying. This terrified me into obedience. After the pregnancy, everyone became overly cautious. The villa's security detail quintupled. Who exactly are they guarding against? I took a fierce bite of potato chips stolen from Noah's safe, then began my daily ritual of zoning out. Surprisingly, Noah returned exceptionally early today. Upon entering, he saw me sprawled on the sofa with my swollen belly, munching chips while watching soap operas. He frowned slightly, strode over, and snatched the chips from my hand. "Why are you eating this junk again? Didn't I tell you it's unhealthy?" I was hungry. With Noah, I've mastered the game. A little feigned vulnerability always softens him. Noah sighed and pulled me up from the sofa. "Come on, let's go get some real food." My eyes lit up. "Really? Fetch him." Noah ruffled my hair. "What do you want to eat? Hot pot? Barbecue? Crayfish?" I blurted out several dishes at once, then looked at him pleadingly. "Can we?" Noah sighed helplessly. "This stuff is too greasy. You shouldn't eat it right now." My enthusiasm immediately deflated. "Then what are we eating? You'll see when we get there." Noah bundled me up tightly, wrapping me like a penguin. I protested irritably. "It's not even that cold outside. I'll overheat in all these layers." Noah adjusted my panda-themed hat with solemnity. "You're recovering. Extra warmth is necessary." I rolled my eyes, too lazy to argue. Pointless anyway. The black Maybach stood out conspicuously. Parked in front of the florist's, it became even more eye-catching. "Liam, wait here quietly. Don't wander off." Noah handed me his wallet as he spoke. I nodded obediently. Perfect opportunity. The moment Noah entered the store, I slipped away, as if I'd visit some boring flower shop. This neighborhood's packed with great eats. I know every alley. I dashed across the street, winding through several blocks before finally arriving at a fried chicken shop named The Old Spot. The middle-aged owner grinned at me. "Haven't seen you in ages, young man." "The usual?" I nodded vigorously, swallowing hard. "Extra spicy, please." "You got it." The owner began frying with practiced efficiency. I stood watching golden chicken pieces tumbling in the oil, mouth watering uncontrollably. "Take a seat, son, your order's safe with me." The owner chuckled, shaking his frying basket. I nodded and found a table. Soon a plate of crispy chicken arrived, dusted crimson with chili powder. Fortunately, my layered clothes and small belly hid any visible signs. Otherwise, the owner might have refused to serve me. Cola with fried chicken, this is what life's all about. What miserable days I've endured with Noah. As I sighed contentedly, a sneering voice intruded. Well, if it isn't young Master Lou. Has the fallen heir really sunk to eating at this dump? William, months ago when my family's fortune still stood, this silver-spooned pervert had dared grope me at our company, boasting he'd keep me as his plaything. I'd broken his arms and legs on the spot. That he dared show his face again. None of your damn business. I glared coldly, refusing further engagement. William seemed oblivious to my displeasure, closing the distance between us on his own. "What's wrong? Has young Master Lou climbed so high that he looks down on me now?" As he spoke, he reached out to touch my face. I slapped his hand away and retreated with visible revulsion. "Back off! Don't touch me." William remained unperturbed, his grin turning even more lewd. "What? Is Noah so formidable that you're scared to release your pheromones?" I froze momentarily. I wanted to release them, but without any offensive capability left. They'd be useless now. Interpreting my silence as fear, William grew even more smug. How does it feel to be with Noah? Why not try me? I'll guarantee you'll enjoy it more. I finally snapped, springing up to deliver a forceful kick. Ah! William collapsed, clutching his crotch, howling in agony. I gazed down coldly. How dare trash like you mention Noah's name. I intended to subdue him with pheromones, but the little one in my belly chose that moment to kick violently. A pained gasp escaped me as my pheromones spiraled into chaos. Seizing the opportunity, William lunged at me like a rabid dog. Disgusting, is that cheap leather stench again. I'm going to be sick. Just as William's muzzle was about to press against my face, a long, powerful hand grabbed William's collar. He was lifted effortlessly like a chick being hoisted by the scruff. Who gave you the audacity to touch him? Noah stood imposingly in his black suit, radiating icy dominance like a monarch of the night, starkly contrasting with the cozy shop ambience. William trembled under the overwhelming pheromones emanating from Noah, his face pale, unable to utter a complete sentence. I stuck out my tongue at him triumphantly and made a teasing face. Mr. Gu, please let me explain. I didn't mean to. I was just... William babbled with shifty eyes, not daring to meet Noah's gaze. Scram. Noah coldly spat the command before kicking William squarely in the gut. Arg! William howled, fleeing like a beaten cur with his tail between his legs. I noticed a conspicuous dark stain spreading across his trousers. Suppressing laughter, I looked up at Noah with feigned innocence. Why'd you take so long? He almost killed me. Noah stared at me with stormy eyes. Guiltily, I tried hiding the fried chicken under my coat. Without warning, he bent down and yanked my jacket open. The fried chicken lay exposed before him. The air froze as Noah straightened up, his inscrutable gaze pinning me in place. With an awkward chuckle, I waved the half-eaten chicken, trying to act cute to get away with it. Would you like a piece? Noah remained silent, his gaze growing increasingly dangerous as he stared at me. I knew it this time. Playing pitiful might not work. Yet Noah's expression softened slightly, though his tone stayed stern. What did the doctor say? No junk food during pregnancy. I glared as Noah threw my fried chicken into the trash can. Just as I was about to erupt, Noah encircled my rounded waist and sighed softly. Your husband will cook for you. My eyes lit up, not because of the food, but the term he'd used. Pouted, whose husband, we're not legally married. At this, bitterness welled up in my heart again. Though I enjoyed fine meals, a luxurious home, generous monthly allowances, and even my parents and brother being well taken care of by him, in truth, I remained someone who couldn't be openly acknowledged. Noah had never publicly confirmed my status. No one knew of my existence. So eager to marry me, baby? Noah lowered his head to brush a gentle kiss on my lips, his voice dripping with affection. I pushed his face away. Who wants to marry you? Stop flattering yourself. Unfazed, Noah pulled a crimson booklet from his pocket and waved it before my eyes. The bright red cover bore an embossed national emblem. 2 marriage certificates. I widened my eyes in disbelief, snatching the documents from his hand. Inside, the photo showed Noah and me in white shirts standing side by side, both wearing radiant smiles. Isn't this the photo we took during that role-play session with Noah after last time? I remember clearly that night Noah inexplicably insisted on role-playing in uniforms. He pestered me relentlessly until I reluctantly agreed. Then he somehow dug out 2 white shirts and insisted on taking wedding photos with me. I thought he was just joking at the time, never imagined he'd actually go through with it. What are you doing? I was momentarily stunned. Noah pulled me into his embrace, kissed my forehead, his deep voice tinged with subtle tenderness. Silly, I love you. My nose suddenly stung as tears spilled uncontrollably. After all we've been through, Noah's the only one who stayed by my side. In this moment, both gratitude and love merged into a warm current flowing through my veins. Noah cradled my face, gently wiping my tears, his profound gaze overflowing with affection. Don't cry, chum. You'll ruin your pretty face. I sniffled, rubbing my tears against his chest, mumbling, I'm not crying. Noah chuckled softly, the vibration from his chest tickling my ear. All right, not crying. Then Liam, will you marry me? I nodded through choked sobs, finding his audacity exasperating. You already stole my ID to register us. And so, in this muddled state, I ended up marrying myself off. By the time I processed this belated realization, Noah had already maneuvered us onto the bed. When his teeth grazed the gland at my nape, I shuddered with a choked sob, stuttering through trembling lips. Noah, what's your actual secondary gender characteristic? Enigma, Noah replied indistinctly, but I froze. Enigma, the highest rank, an apex existence transcending the three primary genders. No wonder he could mark me an alpha. No wonder my pheromones had no suppressant effect on him. No wonder I could never refuse him. No wonder an alpha like me could get pregnant. I wrapped my arms around Noah's neck. Voice muffled, Noah, you liar. Noah chuckled. Didn't you deceive me too? Even though I deceived you, I'm still the one who got the short end. Back then, escaping the summer heat in the countryside, I wandered around aimlessly and encountered Noah. He was wearing a simple white shirt and jeans, clean cut with a gentle demeanor, like an orchid growing wild in the mountains, exuding delicate fragrance. All the omegas I had ever met since childhood were dressed flamboyantly, heavily made up, exuding cloyingly sweet perfume, desperate to have everyone fawn over them. Compared to them, Noah was like a breath of fresh air, instantly capturing my attention. What's worse, he emanated faint cedar-like pheromones, like crisp forest air after rain, carrying a hint of sweetness and warmth, making one yearn to draw closer and drown in it. I believe our compatibility must be over 90%, otherwise this wouldn't be possible. Thus I launched a relentless pursuit of Noah. Even if this omega stands taller than me, I'm willing to accept it. Yet I also forgot my rut period was approaching. So on a rainy night, I became intoxicated by Noah's scent, like a bear hypnotized by honey, completely abandoning reason to recklessly lunge at him. When I regained awareness, I found myself pinning Noah beneath me, only for him to viciously bite my scent gland. By the time I recovered, Noah had already released his bite and retrieved a tablet. Baby, let me show you some good news. Noah opened a news report about William. The article detailed tax evasion and commercial fraud by the Zhou family, with irrefutable evidence leading to William's imprisonment and the family's bankruptcy. I couldn't help bursting into laughter upon reading this. How satisfying! The wheel of fortune truly keeps turning. Noah gently ruffled my hair, asking tenderly, happy? I nodded vigorously, ecstatic, absolutely overjoyed. Noah's lips curved slightly. There's more to celebrate. With that, Noah swiped to another news article. This one concerned the Song family. I remembered the Songs clearly. Their heir, Matthew, was the man my brother had loved for over a decade. But later, when Matthew saw my family's bankruptcy, he broke up with my brother. Why is Noah suddenly showing me this? Could it be that my brother's miscarriage is related to him? Noah, my brother, the Song family. Before I could finish asking, Noah already nodded. When Matthew learned your brother was pregnant with his child, he immediately sent people to force an abortion. When your brother refused, he ordered them to use fists to beat the child out. My mind went completely blank with a buzzing sound. It felt like someone was viciously squeezing my heart, the pain making it hard to breathe. Matthew, how could he be so cruel? My brother had always been frail since childhood, endured so much suffering for this baby, only to have that bastard violently beat it out of him. I want to charge straight to Matthew right now and tear him limb from limb. Don't worry, baby. I've already destroyed the Song family. Matthew's been imprisoned, never to see daylight again. Noah's voice was icy, as if discussing trivial matters. I quickly opened the news. The Song family was exposed for money laundering and arms smuggling, involving astronomical sums and heinous crimes. The Song family patriarch Henry was arrested by police, leaving the entire clan crumbling. So Noah had secretly done all this for me. Suddenly, I didn't know what to say. My words were cut off mid-sentence by Noah. Don't rush. Baby, that there's more. And there's more? I bat my eyes, trying to recall who else was there. But then, the tablet suddenly started ringing with a video call. I glanced at Noah in confusion, only to see him raising an eyebrow, urging me to answer. After a moment's hesitation, I pressed the accept button. 3 familiar faces appeared on the screen after the connection. It was my parents and my brother. They all looked healthy, with Mom even having gained some weight. Dad, Mom, brother. My voice cracked as tears streamed down uncontrollably. Liam, are you all right? Mom's eyes reddened with emotion upon seeing me. Yes, I'm fine. How about you? We're well taken care of by Chengxi. Dad smiled reassuringly. Focus on yourself and the baby. My brother wheeled his chair closer, smiling tenderly. Liam, congratulations. My tears flowed harder. You all knew. Silly child, this is wonderful news. Mom said affectionately. Has Chengxi been bullying you? Tell me, I'll scold him. No, he treats me exceptionally well. I quickly shook my head, tearful laughter escaping me. That's good. That's truly good. The video call lasted almost an hour before ending. After hanging up, I nestled into Noah's embrace, my heart brimming with warmth. Noah, when did you actually start liking me? I looked up and asked curiously. Noah lowered his head and gently kissed my lips. That's a secret. I puffed up my cheeks. Even if you won't tell me, I know. You must have fallen for me at first sight, adored me by the second meeting, and marked me as yours by the third. Noah replied with utmost sincerity. Baby, you're so clever. You guessed right. As days passed, my belly gradually swelled until we finally approached the due date. When they wheeled me into the delivery room, the excruciating pain made me want to murder Noah. Noah, you bastard. I'm gonna kill you. I gripped his hand, gnashing my teeth. Noah held my hand tenderly, continuously wiping sweat from my forehead. Hang in there, sweetheart. It'll be over soon. The pain drained my strength to curse him further. I could only gasp for breath. After what felt like eternity, a robust infant's cry finally pierced the air. My vision darkened as I fainted. This was utterly ridiculous. I really, truly gave birth to a baby. When I awoke again, morning light already filtered through the hospital windows. Lying on the bed, my entire body ached as if trampled by a truck. Noah sat beside me, cradling a tiny, fragile newborn in his arms. I stared at him, struggling to comprehend the reality. This is our child. Noah smiled gently, cradling the baby close to me. Look, he resembles you so much. I carefully took the infant, glancing down before freezing in astonishment. But why does this child look exactly like Noah? Fair and delicate skin, large eyes, a high and straight nose bridge. This child is simply a miniature version of Noah. Noah, are you certain I actually gave birth to this baby? Noah kissed my lips with a chuckle. Absolutely. Smell him. His scent carries your pheromones. I bent down, cautiously inhaling the fragrance at the child's nape. A delicate cedarwood aroma, mingled with my own essence, permeated my senses. My heart instantly melted into a puddle. I couldn't resist kissing his downy cheek. What's his name? Noah pondered briefly before answering. Jack. What do you think? I paused, then nodded through joyful tears. Remembering me, understanding me, so perfect. The future will be even better.